Hello and welcome. My name's Campbell. This is Spiral Up. Thank you for being here. And today I want to talk about the agenda. Did you buy it? Are you buying it? Because, sitting back and looking, I'm seeing some interesting things develop, in the greater consciousness of this realm. And so I thought we'd have a chat about it. So let's get into it. So, are you still buying the agenda? We've been in this, change, shall we call it, for 3.5 years now. And at the start, it was all to do with, people wanting to put things into us, and that was pushed, and all this fear about, different types of dis-ease. And it was really about sovereignty and freedom, and showing us who these people who claim to be our leaders, who they really are, and what their agenda really is. This is sort of what was going on at the start. And so there was this big division, and all these so-called truthers came out, and people who were awake, and all this are you awake kind of talk. And 3.5 years on, sitting back and looking, I'm seeing that many truthers on different channels on social media and things are just following the agenda. So many of them basically are just getting the news, so we get this message, the news is fake, turn off the TV. And then what's happened is all this news has migrated to social media, and we now have all these channels, and all they do is show us the news and comment on it. So we're actually getting more of that than we ever did, as far as what's out there, as information for us to get. There's more propaganda news around now than there ever was, even though they try and tell us, oh, this, CNN's failing and this is failing, but it's all over the internet, the same story, the same script. And another thing I'm seeing is people, like I said, have forgotten this sovereignty thing, and forgotten that it's the government and these people, who are in control at the moment, that we need to get rid of, that we need to make different decisions for. And it's gone into this, the Trans Am agenda, and pointing fingers, and oh my God, these people are doing the wrong thing. And of course they are, but the answer to that is to get your children away from them. It's not to run out in the street and point fingers, right? We can't change other people, but we can change ourselves. We can do what's right for ourselves and our families, and try and put the right influence out there, but we can't change anyone. We don't have that power, but we can get away from the system. We can stop following these people. We can stop buying into the propaganda. We can stop jumping from propaganda story to propaganda story is what it is, right? Because none of this stuff, we don't even know if it's real. We have all these deep fakes. We have AI. We've got all this evidence just from TV stations and cameras that most of the stuff we see on the news is faked. We only see this little caption, this little square that they show us, but we've got so much evidence that is just acting. But there's this big thing that people are passing around. You still need to know all the information. You need to know this. The government's doing that. Why? I think all we need to know is who we are and what we want, and in what direction do we want to go. So what I'm saying is, we've gone through this again, these 3 years, and this awake thing, but I don't see that people are waking up. I hear a lot of talk about it, but what I see is people following different agendas. Look what just happened with the submarine, right, down at the Titanic. Now that suddenly took over all the news feeds for a couple of days, but we have no proof that there's even a submarine down there. And it's my thoughts that there isn't. This is something else. It's just propaganda. It's just something to put your attention on that is not you. And so this is what the message I sort of wanted to get out today is just have a think about, where are you putting your attention? Is it helping you? What are your results? Because if we're only given a couple of options, we're being told something. If we're only being given the option of left or right, or, good or bad, we're being told something. We're not making our own decisions. We're following someone. So my advice to you is follow yourself, follow your heart, go within, find out what it is that you want to do, that you want to experience. Why are you here? And then start working towards that, because you are the only one that has answers for you. No one else has them. Sure, there's hints and there's information out there that will help us, of course, if we pay attention to it. But in the end, you have to live your life. And that's it. You have to live your life. So make your own decisions. And this also means taking responsibility when you stuff up, and we all do. When things go bad. We need to take responsibility, but also if we're looking at it from a different perspective, that this is life and we're creators and we're here to experience something, to do something, well then, problems kind of disappear, because in reality there are no problems. There's challenges, but they are put in front of us to make us grow. So where is your focus? Is it inside or outside? Are you spending your time, helping to create this collective reality by watching what's the latest news story, what's Biden doing now, what are the Trans Am people doing now, what's happening with the banks, what's happening with this, are they blah 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 blah. That's the only way to change the world, is to change yourself, and that will influence the world. Be the change you want to see, and that's it really. So I just want to say, this focusing, we're still collectively creating the reality that those in control want us to create. So the only way out of this is to create something different. Hope you got something from that. Thank you for spending some time with me. Please share this video around if you find it interesting or helpful. And of course, give me a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and stay awesome. I'll talk to you all on the next upload. Bye for now.
We all want to live a healthier, more natural life. And after the last few years, many of us are a little wary of doctors and their wares. So, in my opinion, it's a good idea to learn how to grow your own. That's right, grow your own medicinal plants. But how do you do that? Well, you do it with the complete natural pharmacy for your backyard. Now, this garden medicinal kit actually comes with the seeds you'll need. It comes with the seeds of 10 easy to grow plants that you can grow in your garden. And then it also shows you how to turn these plants into salves, tinctures, teas, etc., that you can use to heal yourself and your family naturally. There's yarrow, the backyard wound healer. Marshmallow, which is great for any digestive issues you might be having. Evening primrose, a natural remedy for skin and nerves. And echinacea, which is the most powerful immunity plant, and everyone should be growing it, and much more. So click the link below in the description and find out some more information of how you can start to grow your own medicinal herbs and start to take charge of your own and your family's health. Click the link below and start to heal yourself naturally.